Bonjour. Machkuzi, Makade, Rashkuzi, Dishnakaz, Kushikutem. I'm from Grassy Narrows, and I just want to say that we support you, and our communities had a blockade for 10 years, and we just like to encourage you to keep going, and no matter how long, just keep fighting.
So I guess the entire country of Turtle Island is all up in arms because of what is happening out east in Mi'kmaq territory, and this action that we're doing here out on out in Council Rock or Wenda Park or whatever you want to call it, it's significantly relevant to exactly what they're doing, because we are here asserting ourselves, asserting our inherent way of life, exactly as our brothers and sisters in the East Coast Nation are doing as well. So we see a lot of people that are running to the aid, and that's awesome. I mean, that's really awesome, but we have to remember too that there are other territories, there are other nations that are doing this exact same plight. And I mean, just because like here specifically in Wenda Park, we don't fall under no pipelines or any shale fracking or anything, so we don't make those major headlines, but we're still here out on the territories exercising our way of life. And not only that, but we're trying to uphold the true meaning of the original agreements of the wampum belts that are shared with our Ongwe brothers and sisters in all nations that are involved in the one dish one spoon or the beaver belt. So although our prayers and our tobacco goes down for our Mi'kmaq and our brothers and sisters out there, but we can't be there, because us running to their aid is abandoning our own cause, and we have to be cognizant of this. And if we are to show our support, then we have to continue to do this, because we have to create this avenue. We have to create this other alternative way of living.
Right. Greetings. My name is Sleeping Grizzly, also known as Trevor from my colonial side. I'm Onondaga from Six Nations. My friend Richard here, Red Tail Hawk, asked for reinforcements, asked for help, and it got me thinking about our friendship and our alliance with the Anishinabek people and the Haudenosaunee people. So I decided that nobody else was going to step up. This is my calling. I had to come out and show the support of the agreements that we made in the past that we have to continue to hold today. We're here building a new lodge for the people, and it will be one of many that we build. So there'll be lots of room for more people who wish to live a traditional lifestyle out of colonial society, to live off the land and live with what Creator provides for us. Thank you.
I'd like to express some solidarity with our brothers from the East Coast, the Mi'kmaq. I'd like to share a little teaching. In our Anishinabek prophecy, there were 7 prophets that came to our people that told us of our migration and our history up until now. We're the Oshkimaadziig people, the people who would pick up the things from the past to ensure humanity's survival in the 8th fire. That's humanity's survival, not just Anishinabek. But at that time, a great shell arose from the East Coast, and those 7 prophets told us to come inland to protect ourselves, or else we would be destroyed if we lived on the East Coast. At one time, us Anishinabek and Mi'kmaq were the same people, but us Anishinabek came inland towards Turtle Island to protect what was coming, and now those things that are still here are still affecting us. And I'd like to show support and solidarity to our Mi'kmaq relatives out there on the East Coast. My heart is sore because I want to come there and help defend. I see what's going on. I want to pick up and leave, but I've done that too much from this camp. I spent time, going out to try and spread this word and learn some teachings, and I think my time is needed right here in our camp to hold our ground here. There's a lot of actions we can do within our own territories if we speak as one. I love seeing all those actions that are happening, those solidarity blockades. More of this needs to happen. But then again, we need to ask ourselves, what is going to happen after the blockade? What's going to happen after the protest march? After the meetings? We always tend to come back home to these things and plug in back to the capitalist society and depend on these things and resources and way of life that is destroying our resources. The very things that we are standing up at those blockades, we come back home to. So it's integral that we remain strong and keeping our vision and our what we're doing here upheld and keep it going. So I'd like to show our solidarity, and the best way we can do that is by keeping this camp going. I wish I could come and help defend, but there's enough people going there to help. Sometimes it's hard to make that decision.
And I think this camp is going to give the youth a chance to see what it was really like to live in the old ways when our ancestors were here on a very sacred site. And I enjoy seeing these children here. And this is for them. Eventually, the children will be taking over this camp. And they're going to know that there is two ways of life, and I hope in their hearts that they choose this road, because this is the red road. This is what our ancestors did, and they were a lot healthier in spirit and heart. We didn't have the diseases running through our territories.
We as the people cannot rely on colonial systems, band offices, INAC or whatever they called the governments. We cannot rely on them to provide us our liberation. We have to take it upon ourselves to do this, because the protests and the marches and all these things that address these specific things, it's nice to get they're good in the sense that they get the word out, but they don't actually create that change. We, the people, have to create that change.
Solidarity with our Mi'kmaq brothers and sisters.